Good evening, friends. In today's Hindu, there was an article regarding the limits of expansion. This article speaks about the open market sales system, about National Food Security Act, how Food Corporation of India is responsible to distribute the food items or the food grains to the states. So all these aspects. So there are limits of expansion. Effective implementation of food security schemes has to be in news. This is in context of the so-called Karnataka state government launching Annabhagya scheme. So all these are in news already. There was one article which was made about by our Karthikeya sir, that is on the open market sales system. So I am building upon those lines. This is the article, limits on the expansion. So recently there was a meeting that was convened by the Conference of Food Ministers, where all the state food ministers have met with the central food minister, and they tried to resolve the issue of open market sales system. What is the issue all about? In this we are going to discuss this, but let us know that open market sales system is the system which is adapted by the Food Corporation of India in order to sell the grains that they have procured in the open market to all the states and to all the so-called bulk consumers, where they will be selling it at the market price. This will be fulfilled by the FCA only after they have fulfilled the obligation of the so-called National Food Security Act. Whatever the amount that they want, they will be fulfilling it. Let's have a look at it. So every year we know that Government of India announces minimum support price for majority of the food grains. This minimum support prices, once the crop has come, the Food Corporation of India or the central agencies will go to the farmers. They will collect this at minimum support prices and they get it to the godowns of FCA. Now, as per National Food Security Act, government is obliged to pay. Central government is obliged to give ration at free of cost for this year. Normally, the cost was ₹3, ₹2, ₹1 for rice, wheat, and coarse grains, respectively. But in the January this year, 2023, they made it very free. They are not even collecting it. Like this, almost 75% of India is covered under National Food Security Act. The food grains that are required for this is supplied through this mechanism. Now, what Food Corporation of India will do after supplying this, whatever the excess food grains that they have, they will go to the market and they will sell it to the open market sales system. That is, the marketable surplus will be sold by the Food Corporation of India. Now, under this, anyone who is a trader, who is a bulk consumer, retail chainer, all these persons can participate in this e-auction mechanism, where there will be open bidding and the prices are set by the government. So they are going to take it from there, they are going to distribute it. So the major aim of Omss is to curb food grain inflation. This is the major theme. So in this context, one thing that you have to understand is recently there has got some reforms under this. This food grain which is under Omss was discontinued for sale to the states. This is very, very important. This was discontinued. Now, when they asked why they have discontinued, they said that this is again to control inflation in the states. So this is what the story is about Omss. Now the states are very unhappy for the discontinuation of this scheme to the so-called states. Hence, they were asking that this has to be overcome, or the central government has to withdraw this. However, we all know that what is the center response? The center is saying that because of the global uncertainties such as Russia-Ukraine war, there may be food crisis. This is followed by the abnormal El Nino season that we are seeing, where the harvest of the food grains will be very, very less. All this contributes. So the central government is thinking that the food grains is going to come down in this year. As a result, they cannot continue this market surplus items. They have also kept limitations not only for the state government. For the states, they were completely banned, but for the rest of the people also, they have made it very less, or they have changed the system altogether. So this is all about this system. So what it is saying is the state government should learn a lesson from this, and they have to be ready for future whenever the state governments are going to announce schemes like Karnataka state government has done. This is all about limits of expansion. You cannot expand food grains beyond a point, because it is going to lead to inflation if the state governments are unnecessarily giving promises which they cannot fulfill. That was clearly visible in Karnataka, where the Food Corporation of India has withdrawn their promise of Omss. As a result, this was all in the news. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.